T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream.
We will now be shooting down the street, and you're living in the shade of a midday arcade. And it's just a little tonight.
Welcome, everybody, to another Arcade Talk. Yeah. Oh. So sit back and relax because the show starts now. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo. What's up, everybody? Another Arcade Talk live stream coming at you this Thursday. Hope you guys are having a great week. The weekend is almost upon us. We got one more day. Today, we're going to talk virtual pinball, and we're going to discuss, does AtGames pinball, not the 4K, just the pinball out now, does that compare to other virtual pinball machines? So stay tuned. Let's see if we can figure that one out. But first, let's bring in Papa Brad. See how he's doing. Welcome.
Hello.
What's going on?
Arcade Talk live stream.
Live. We're here live.
I know. Live stream. What's up, man?
Not much, man. How was your week?
Fantastic. I did Southern Fried Gaming.
Yep.
And
how was it?
Man, it was amazing. Played so many games. It was just 3 days in heaven, honestly.
Nice.
Incredible. It's incredible. It's everything I thought it would be.
Everything and more, maybe?
Everything and more. Everything and more. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, you got to play a lot of pinball, actually.
Played so much pinball.
Play everything. So much of everything. What did you play more? Yeah. More arcades or pinball?
I played it all. I was on the arcade floor every day, like from almost open till close every day, playing and
What's
filming.
Up, Coach Jay?
And filming. I made like 50 videos. That's how many games I captured there. Yeah. I mean,
I think I watched.
So like everything I filmed, I played. You know, I would play it and then I would film it. So anything that I have a video of, I played for a little bit.
Well, according to videos, it looked like you played a little bit more pinball than arcade machines, but.
Yeah. Well, you know, some of the arcade machines, you know, they're emulated so well at home, you know. Right, I kind of take that into account. Like if I can play a perfect version at home, it's a little less nostalgic to me, a little bit, because you only have so much time, you know. Right. I mean, you know, I'm gonna see some of those games that I can play at home, but like the pinballs I won't see, you know. And
right, yeah, true.
Especially cool. I got to play the pinball that won the best of the show was that skateball pinball, and I'm so glad I captured that and I played it. Yeah, I got the best restoration and stuff. But you know, it's kind of like a hot rod show. People bring their projects that they've been working on, and you're playing the best of the best. I mean, like I can play some of this stuff at barcades and at free play arcades, but some of the things there are just way better because it's from people's personal collections. You know.
Yeah.
And you're right. You're not going to touch those games. Plus, you could play every modern Stern. They pretty much had everything that was modern,
even the
like
new
all the versions. You know,
even
like
Venom. Even Venom, brand new.
But it was fun. It was fun. It was a blast. I actually played it really smart because I played Venom on Friday night. That was the first thing I played. And like if I would have waited till Saturday, there were long lines for it, and I would have stood around waiting a lot. So. I'm glad I got the Venom game played on first, you know.
Yeah, and you were saying Pro played pretty good too, because that's the cheaper version.
There's a lot of hate on the Pro Venom pinball, and I actually really liked it. I mean, in like a barcade type situation, or in a free play arcade, you know, there's a lot less to break, and you know, it's like I don't know, I enjoyed it. It's a fast table, you know.
Well, I think it got a lot of hate because so many things were taken away from that one, but it still sounds like it still played pretty good.
It's still really fun. It's still really fun.
See, that's
easy.
It's
easy to multi-ball, and it's fast. And it's got tons of ramps. It's pretty fun. I mean, I like the Pro. I mean, I even said that on my videos. You know, I mean, The Pro is actually not bad. I mean, I was hearing about how terrible it was, and I really didn't think it was bad at all.
I think it got a lot of hate just because so many things were taken away from it.
Yeah,
and if
but
you don't
like the
play
extra features aren't that like the little carnage that swings out with the little dangly things. I mean, it's not that great, honestly. It reminds me of the little ship in the Mandalorian where it just jiggles when you shoot through it. I mean, like, I don't see like that's one of those tables where I'm fine with just playing the Pro. You know, certain tables like Godzilla, between the Pro and the Premium, you know, in the Pro you don't have the building that collapses.
Right.
And you don't have like I think there's a bridge also. So like there's the things that are missing, and to me are more critical. I mean, what's missing on the Venom is like there's like a ball diverter that moves the ball to different spots. But it's a very cool it's a little disorientating because like it actually captures the ball and then releases it by the flippers. But once you get like, you know, I played the Pro for about an hour. So like I really got a lot of time on it. Once you get used to it, it's pretty fun.
See who here is in the chat. We got Goofy Foot. We got Carla O. What's going on, guys? We got Killer J was in here. I think he's popped out already. He was in there. Hobby Hands. What's up, Hobby Hands? We got Papa Brad, of course. We got Dan Z. We got MJP Games and Movies. And we got and Dan Z. Okay, so that's the ones so far in the chat. Send us a little chat if you're in the. Or send us a comment if you're in the chat during the show. We always like hearing from you guys. Hobby Hands has played Metric on Oculus. Pretty fun. That's VR too, right? Watch Tron for the 120th time for this week. Nice. What's up, Carlo? Carlo says hi to everybody. Carlo says Papa Brad's ALP video is great. But say my exciters are dialed in and sound good on most tables, but the Gottlieb tables are just not good for them on a high level.
Yeah.
On a high level. What's going on? Goofy Foot says your thumbnail today said the show wasn't starting after 40-something hours. What's going on there, I wonder? I had the right date on there, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Was the time wrong? Maybe.
It might have reset when I know I did an edit, but maybe I have to re-edit the.
Yeah, you were talking about the arcades. The arcades, I did play Space Ace all the way through. They had a really awesome Space Ace. It was all beat up, you know. But this was a real arcade. Like you could tell this sat in an arcade somewhere, and it was battle worn. It was great though. I loved playing that machine. It was so much fun. I played the weird stuff too. Like I played this game called Hunchback.
Yeah,
it's actually a kit for a Donkey Kong. Like who would unconvert Donkey Kong into another game? So it was like, it can't be very popular, but they actually had this really, it was bizarre. It was called Hunchback, and it was a conversion kit to change Donkey Kong into a different game. So this is my shirt, Southern Fried Gaming.
Nice.
They got the kind of Dungeons and Dragons and He-Man. Check that out. His shield is like digitized. And you can see the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, SFGE, and the dragon's wings. Doesn't show up too good on camera.
No, but that's pretty cool, though.
I can do this. Check this out. Make this full screen. This will probably show it good.
Ah!
Focus. There you go. See it?
Yeah, you can see it really good.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Show everybody here. Share screen quick. Oops. There it is. Hunchback.
Oh, cool. You got the footage. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's Hunchback.
1983.
1983.
Century Electronics.
Century Electronics. Yeah. That is a odd game, let me tell you. I mean, it's pretty cool though to get to play it. Very rare arcade board. And they had it right by the row of Nintendos. You know, it was converted from the Donkey Kong machine, so pretty cool to get to play it. I played some of the classics. I played Donkey Kong. I played a Castlevania verse. Of course, I played Robotron Defender, Sinistar. Played all the Williams, pretty much arcades. They had them all though. I mean, and played Asteroids. I got in the high scores at Southern Fried Gaming and Asteroids, and that machine, if I wanted to take it home, was $600. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard passing on that. It was beautiful. It had the vector monitor. I mean, it was all
$600.
$600. The cost of an arcade one up. Yep. And this is I mean, to me, that's a super collectible. I mean, that's a classic. One of the games that started it all with the right stuff. You know, the glow that the monitor gives, you can't emulate really perfectly. Yeah. When you play the original machine, it's just a different experience.
Next year, I mean, you're gonna have to rent a U-Haul.
Yeah, that's what I need to do, man. I need to sell some machines and buy some. They had a pinball I could have got too. It was very affordable and played great. But
get a U-Haul van.
That's the place to go. Go to Game Expos to pick up your pinballs and arcades.
Ben Z had a good idea. Stern needs to make a Pee-wee Playhouse pinball.
That would be cool. They had the Weird Al pinball.
Oh, did they actually have that?
I didn't think it was that great. Yeah, I played it. I wasn't that impressed with it. I don't even think I made a video of it, but it's weird. It has like a video, like there's like a monitor on the play field, but I didn't really care for it. I filmed the stuff that I really liked mostly. Like whatever I filmed, I really liked, but I tried to play everything, you know, as much as I could. But you can see from how big it was. It's like you're going to miss something probably, but I tried to play everything that, you know, I thought people would be interested in.
Yeah, that place looked huge. Huge, man. Okay. So today we're here, virtual pinball, and we're going to see if AtGames pinball, like I said earlier, does it hold up to other virtual pinball machines? So let's see, get Papa Brad's video on here. We'll start with that. Papa Brad's. Where is my screen here?
Yeah. I was surprised I didn't even have a video for the AtGames Legends pinball.
I know. I asked you for one.
Yeah, yesterday T says, do you have any videos on AtGames Legends pinball? And I thought for sure I did. And then I looked and it was like, oh wait, I don't even have I have a AtGames Legends Ultimate review, but I didn't have a pinball review, so I decided to make one. And you know, it's like when you plan on doing something, you know, that's when everything goes wrong, you know.
Yep, and everything went wrong. I was like, man,
I started making the video. My wife starts screaming. There's ants everywhere in our house. Just ants are coming. We're under invasion from ants, you know, right in the middle of starting the AtGames pinball video. And then, you know, it's just one thing after another, you know. I dropped I have this mountain of marquees on top of my pinball. When I moved it, I dropped them all. They all came crashing to the ground.
Did your new one you just got fixed? Did that break? Or
yeah, it didn't break. Nothing broke. Nothing broke. Fortunately, it just
got that thing fixed.
It could have. It could have. Yeah, it could have broke. I literally just got that pinball sign fixed. Yeah, because they were at Southern Fried Gaming Expo and they just repaired it for me and fixed me up. But yeah, but you know, I got it done. And you know, you're right. I should have a video on AtGames Legends pinball. It's something I really love. And even if it's an old machine, like technically it's like a couple years old, it still probably gets played, you know, a lot, probably in the highest amount. You know, it's one of the machines I'm always going back to. And,
what's up, Richard Dello? What's up, man? Richard Dello. What's going on? That was a solid video, Brad.
So thank you, Richard Dello.
See, I can't believe you didn't do it before. Now you got it out there, and I tell you,
I know you gave me the advice. You're like, make a video. You know, I was like, yeah, I should have a video. I couldn't believe I didn't have one, but thanks. I found a little hole in my videos, something that I'm missing. So that was great. Thank you, T.
Yeah, you like, I have one. I'm like, give me the link because I can't find it. Then you're like, I didn't make one. It's like, that's why I couldn't find it. But now you got it out there. Because I'm telling you, when the 4K comes out, people are going to say, should I do the 4K or should I do the other?
You know, I hope maybe if they put the old one on sale, you know, it's still a fantastic machine. Like I'm not planning on getting rid of my original
you're not?
I'm not two of them. I have two of them side by side. Start a pinball row. You know, I'll get rid of something else, but I'm not getting, because I love it. I play. There's so many tables. We'll watch a review and you'll see, you know, why I'm so crazy about it.
I think I had the wrong screen. Let's see. There it is.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's so great, and it's really not perfect, but the things they got right, they got so right, you know?
Well, the cool thing with the 4K sounds like they're going to at least fix some of those.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. If they listen to the feedback of the fans, which I think they're going to, it sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Let's see, Richard Dello, the video was probably better now since
actually
you're seasoned. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hobby Hand says I would get rid of one and make a space for a real pinball someday. And next year, I was going to hold this for a video right before next year's Southern Fried Gaming. Before next year's Southern Fried Gaming, I'm going to clean house and I'm going to rent a truck. I'm going to save up some money. Yeah, I'm going to bring some machines back next year, I think.
There you go.
Because it's like every year I say this and then I see the deals and I just have to pass on them because I have no way to bring them back. But I think I might do that, because the prices were really good. I mean, when you can pick up a real machine for the cost of, an arcade one up.
Right.
And the thing is, you get to play it for 3 days. So, like, if you're on the fence, if it's going to break, it's probably going to break, like, in those 3 days.
Yep.
Because everything's getting constantly played.
Yeah, true. That is a good point. Okay, what's your video?
Hello, gamers. Today I have something truly exciting to share with you. It's time to take your arcade gaming to the next level with AtGames Legends Pinball. Love this thing. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the incredible benefits that this machine has.
Diving deep in this.
So without further ado, let's get flipping. Yeah, that's what my wife said. All she cares about is, can you play Centipede on it? Play Centipede on it, it's a 5-star. AtGames Legends Pinball brings you endless gaming fun right at your fingertips. It's got over 100 classic pinball and arcade. I like that haunted house table. You can relive these nostalgic moments while discovering new favorites. From classic you
don't have the marquees back up there yet.
No, they all fell down.
They're down below, probably.
I just moved them out of the way, and I actually, for a long time, I wanted to deaden the marquee light coming on my play field, the Legends pinball light. So this was a good opportunity because I had it pulled out and everything. So calls to retro arcade hits. Machine offers a diverse library that will keep you entertained for hours on end. In this short video, I'm going to tell you all the things I love about the AtGames Legends Pinball, or otherwise known as the ALP. I'm also going to tell you about some room for improvement that I'm sure they're going to address in their next version of this table. Start with my first reason. I'm going to call this 12 times 13 equals 156. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the amount of tables that I have on this AtGames Legends Pinball. I pretty much have had this since when it first came out, and I've gradually bought tables for it. I've bought in every table pack, and I actually have 156 pinball machines, virtual pinball machines, I can play on this machine in this little footprint. Didn't have to mod anything, just had to download them. And that to me is a tremendous value. As someone who's a huge fan of pinball, having all these machines just sitting in my home arcade, loving it. 156 game pinball machine.
Look at all those tables.
There's a massive variety in your pinball selection. That was a lot of editing there.
Yeah, I bet.
Canyon. I keep showing the plunger because the plunger really works well. It really makes it feel more like a real pinball.
Does it?
And the nudge works really well as well. To me, those are two things that they nailed. They nailed the plunger mechanic, and the nudging is really good. Space Invaders, Zookeeper. Variety Games is great. Look how many different tables. I mean, really nice. A lot. And the Magic Pixel tables, there's so many that, you can just literally play a different one each time. So every time you step up the machine, it's kind of a different experience. But you're going to find tables that you're going to want to keep coming back to play. Add to that online leaderboards on all these tables, so you have competition. Sometimes AtGames runs contests,
which is cool.
I mean,
yeah, contests.
Leaderboards are a big deal. Pinball experience that's real simple. This is a great option. Like every table that has that little trophy has a leaderboard.
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
The little icon with the trophy means that there's online leaderboards. But you can
Which
see
is
pretty
awesome.
much almost all the pinball tables.
Oh, so every table has it.
Yeah.
There's just a ton of fun stuff that you can download.
And every table's different. They have different versions of each table too, like a retro version and then like a more modern version.
Offered more and more. The libraries just
Which is pretty cool. I didn't know they did that.
And they play different.
Okay, reason 2, customization galore. I mean, personalization
Galore.
is in the game.
Galore.
Galore.
Pinball,
Open and connected. You say bring your own games?
Yeah, I mean,
you can adjust table settings.
hook up a PC too if you want to.
The amount they let you tinker with too with the settings is unreal. I keep showing this plunger because it just
I noticed that now.
every time I pull it back, I was like, look how accurate it is. It's like you could actually looks
That
like
is
it's
pretty good.
actually moving that rod.
Yeah,
It's
there's
amazing.
don't seem to be any delay there.
Yeah, it's really great. And the nudge is really great. And you can use the buttons. Like if you don't want, like, I'm an aggressive player, so I like nudging the machine like it's a real pinball. But like, if you didn't want to do that, you can use the nudge buttons.
Which is awesome.
This piece of art I like. This is my favorite piece of art on the side. That's why I keep showing it.
I noticed.
Yeah. She's awesome. Like if they could have put her bigger somewhere else, she's kind of tucked away in the back there though. That's from Genie. That's a great classic pinball too. I've played that.
What's she from?
The pinball machine called Genie.
Oh, okay.
Good,
And it's on the table. It's on the machine.
Yeah, I figured it was.
Basically, they're all the Gottlieb. The art comes from the Gottlieb tables.
The next thing I really like is I'm going to call this multiplayer madness.
Multiplayer madness.
The game is always better when it's shared with your friends online.
There you go again.
Pinball offers multiplayer capabilities.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like any delay there.
No, it's smooth. It's smooth.
Pinball scores. You can even play arcade games on ArcadeNet if you want to. You compete for high scores, bragging rights.
All the tables they've optimized them all so they play really well. I will say that. They took the time to make sure the tables all played well. Use some of the Dr. Seuss tables. This is Fox and Socks.
The other thing I think they really got right with this particular pinball machine.
Yeah, I got to play some of those.
The screen is great. It's high definition. It's the right size.
The playfield screen is pretty much perfect. I mean, like, it's great. I mean, like, I know we're coming out with a 4K, but like the playfield screen, they nailed it. It's great. The colors looks great. The right size.
Buttons to do your nudging. Nudging is a massive.
It's what, a 32-inch?
I believe so, yeah. And it's
You're not playing pinball.
It's heavy enough that it kind of feels like pinball a little bit, but it's not so heavy you can't move around your home,
Nudging is
Especially if you put wheels on it.
Yeah.
ALP, AtGames.
Cat in a hat.
I think they did a pretty good job. The accelerometer works, or you can use the buttons. It simulates the pinball experience.
Carl says he's not going to sell his ALPs. Yeah, I'm not going to sell mine either, even when I get the new one.
Cost.
Just have 2 of them.
The nudging is good.
For Carl's going to have 3 pinballs, man. 3.
No, he's going to have like a whole row of AtGames pinballs.
I know he's going to have to open the doors and have free play.
The main play field is all assembled for you.
Assembly is really easy. Like the whole bottom of it's built for you. You basically just put on the back box, put a couple wing nuts, and run a ribbon cable to the monitor.
And you attach
assembly is real easy.
The back box monitor. Overall assembly is very easy.
Put on the legs.
The most impressive
Nothing to it.
They use real glass on the
I love his train on his table. Look at that.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's so cool.
Of course, on the ball exit, it's like it's there. Some of the tables, the virtual pinballs, they do things that a real pinball can't do. Like have characters move.
To seem like I don't like it, but I'm going to talk about the things that I think they can improve. And first and foremost on my list is the back box.
The back box is what I don't like about it.
The back box display is too small, which they're going to fix on the next go round.
There you go.
Also,
the camera.
The marquee on the back box was a terrible decision.
No marquee, please.
See
Please.
the glare? Look at the glare. It's like right in the middle of the play field when you're playing it. When you look down, it's like
painter's tape. Put a little tape over. It's not permanent.
You got your duct tape on there?
It's got some painter's tape that comes off easy and won't damage anything. It's gentle. Put some painter's tape on there and it's fixed.
Look, it's done.
Done.
Pinball machines, you know.
And it's not permanent. I can always take it off, you know.
So the whole
Yeah, Carlos, mine is red.
The table's over branded a little bit. It says AtGames on it. A bit too much in too many places.
You don't need a marquee.
No, please. And, you know, I hope they don't put a marquee on the next one. That would be a huge mistake.
Man. Please don't. Please.
Pinball machines should never have a marquee. They should have a back glass.
If you want it somewhere, put them on the speaker grills. Put them on the speaker grill.
Yeah, put AtGames on the speaker grills would be pretty dope.
Be done.
Yeah.
And be done with
That would be a great place to put it. Put your logo, you know, because it's a dead space anyway.
Yeah. That's where it needs to be.
As far as durability,
that other girls from Centigrade 37 is another pinball. The thing I like about the pinball selection of games is they have from all different time periods.
Yeah, which that's pretty cool.
You know, you got everything from the electromechanical type pinballs to some stuff that's more modern to some stuff that's truly virtual pinball. So
look at the after footage.
Yeah, true. Compared to that Arcade 1's back box.
It's still better to have a monitor where it changes with each game.
Other things,
Yeah.
as far as the table that could be better, the sound is kind of mediocre. It's all right, but you know, if you've experienced something like an iiRcade,
There you go with the plunger.
Sorry, it's just one of my favorite things about it. It just amazes me every time I play it. I don't know. I'm easily amused.
Literally disconnected them. I just found that created a bunch of buzzing. It's not realistic. You know, you got to go with solenoids.
Yeah, which they're going to do that
for me. Yeah,
which is great.
This black hole back box is great. If it was bigger, it would be more, even more amazing. But
overall, I'm going to say for me, this has been a must-own machine.
Must-own machine.
My arcade. This is one of my most played machines. Always has been, and I enjoy it. So even with all these things that could be better.
Even with the flaws, I still had to rate it high because I play the heck out of it and I love it.
You know, because the quality of the screen and the playfield's so good, I would still probably give it like a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. But there's room
nice.
for sure.
Yeah, I played this table.
We'll see it on the next generation. There you have it, folks. The AtGames Legend Pinball, in my opinion,
that is a great table.
Home arcade pinball. It's affordable.
Yeah, it's
every man's visual pinball. Can't go wrong with having this machine. It's one of my most played machines.
The thing that they did that I really like too is that everything is optimized and it's easy, you know. And if you want to get really deep into it, you can hook up your PC to it. It's really powerful. There's a lot you can do with it.
Don't forget to,
which is nice.
Carlos says the exciters get better as they change revisions. This was like, I think the second run. It's an old one because they even changed the HDMI, like the way it connects inside. I think they changed a little bit, but yeah, I was never a fan of the exciters. I did have the arcade one up and it had solenoids, very cheap solenoids. But
did the arcade one up have the solenoids?
Yeah, they have them basically. But you know, they're not real powerful, but I still like the feel of that better. Like the main thing is when you do the flippers, you want that kind of mechanical vibration you get from a real pinball.
And the kick.
And all that's just to fool you, like suspend your disbelief that you're playing a digital pinball, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
my exciters actually I said that I had turned them off. I didn't. I just muted them. I got some felt. And muted them so they didn't vibrate. They still do a little bit, but just not much, you know.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't know Arcade 1 had those solenoids because I've seen videos people trying to make them better.
And you know, for a first generation machine, I think they did a great job. You know, I told you pretty much all the things I thought that need improvement, and it sounds like they're going to be on those things for the next version. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to Wagner's Tech Talk. Is going to have a video with a prototype model, so we can see some of this stuff. But
he said they're supposed to ship it to him on Sunday, this Sunday.
Okay.
So who knows how long it's going to take to get there, but sometime next week, I would imagine. Carlos said, I've been playing the tables in night mode, Papa Brad. I think I like it. Makes the lights pop.
Like I said, the options are great too. Like you can do a lot. They allow you to do all kinds of tinkering with the way the table feels, which I think is great. You know,
you ever tried
everything is adjustable. Yeah, I've done the night mode.
I can see how it would make the colors or lights pop. Grinch is probably the best of them all. That's the one I got to play, is the Grinch. I really like that table. It was pretty fun. And
like I said,
the little Grinch, man, was pretty.
Grinch table is great. It is a great table. It's one of my favorites. But just the variety. I mean, literally every time you go to play it, you can pick something different, you know? And with that many tables, it's just, there's a lot of variety.
Compared to Arcade 1-Up's back box, though, there's a move or nothing, right? It's the same back box.
Yeah, it's just a piece of plastic with a light, you know?
Same price, right? Same freaking price. And you just get same image back box of Arcade 1-Up or AtGames changes with the game. Same price. And theirs isn't a 32-inch screen either. It isn't a 24, 25.
Yeah, it's small. It's small. Now, I did have the Attack from Mars Arcade 1-Up pinball, and I had that for a couple months, but it wasn't for me.
Carlos has gotten the Gottlieb tables don't play nice with exciters. Once you get the settings dialed in on the better tables, they are fine.
Unfortunately, like, you know, quite a bit after I sold it, you know, there was a guy, Mystery Encoder. He did some hacks to it that probably would have greatly improved my enjoyment of the Arcade 1-Up pinball. But, you know, when I had it, none of that was possible when I had it. So, because I got it when it first came out. So,
Kurt Mason, I have exciters and getting solenoids very soon. Nice. Nice. New back box on ALP 4K 24-inch. Yeah. 23.8 inches. Not 24, 23.8, Carl O. Got to correct you on the 0.2 difference.
Yeah, the back glass art is part of the beauty of a real pinball machine, though. Like when you film, like you notice when I film pinball, like I always show the back glass because it's such a huge part of the art and the design of it. And it sets the mood kind of the whole table. And that's what pulls you to the table. Like, you know, it's like a billboard. You know, come play me. You know, come play me. You know.
Yeah, because you can't see the play field.
You can't see the play field when they're in a row. You see the back glass. So the back glasses always have really great art. You know.
So there's your advertisement. Yep. Oh, the extra two.
Well, there's just some. I just love pinball art too. Pinball art is amazing.
Yeah, I just hope the only thing I hope they do, because it sounds like please get rid of that marquee on top of the back box, please. Yeah,
oh my God, please get rid of it, please.
That's got to be one of the number one complaints, right?
We know it's Legends Pinball. We know we're buying it. We know what it is. You don't need to write it on there. We know what it is. Like they should put it in the front, like so when you're looking at it head on, you see it. You know, if they want to logo it. And well, like speaker grills would be really ideal. Speaker grills would be perfect.
Speaker grills, and then put it on your coin door. Boom. That's all you need.
That was one of my criticisms. They over logo the original ALU pinball. I thought it's too many times to have AtGames on there. I mean, we know it's AtGames.
Like I said, put it on the coin door and put it on the speaker grills. Be done.
Yeah, that would be plenty. They could put it small at the bottom of the back glass if they wanted to. Just don't make it obnoxious, you know. Don't make it too big.
Like it is now.
Yeah, it's like
look at the bigger screen they could put in there if they got.
Yeah, it's wider than the actual screen for the back glass. The Legends pinball.
Yeah, and looking at that picture right there, you can tell.
But you know, hopefully they get rid of that. That's not a good thing.
What am I?
It makes it less like a real pinball.
Yeah, it does.
Plus, it puts a glare on the play field.
Yeah, which looks terrible. It's almost like my Tron.
You know, they could put like a dimmer on it or something, but they're not going to go. I don't think they would
Just
go
get
through
rid of
all
it.
that. Yeah, just get rid
Get
of it. You don't need it. You don't need it. Real pinballs don't have that.
No, and you can get
And
a
the other
bigger screen back.
thing, we couldn't hear it because the video was, I couldn't hear it when it was playing. But the other thing is, the original one was too low, way too low. Like I'm 6'2", like, you know, I actually put like furniture risers on all the feet, you know, and I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, and looking at this, you know, this 4K. One thing they don't say is how big the screen is going to be on the back box. They tell you the back box is going to be 23.8 inches, but it doesn't say what the screen's going to be. As far as I can see, 32-inch playfield. It doesn't really tell you if the back box.
They must be talking about the screen. They must be talking about the screen.
Well, the screen ain't going to be that. Well, I think. Well, the large back glass, I don't think it's going to be the whole screen though, because that's the same size as Buy Stuff Arcade.
The original one didn't have a spot for a DMD. A DMD is like goes below usually the back glass, and it's something that usually shows you your score. Sometimes they have mini games in certain pinball machines that play on that small screen. A lot of the original pinballs use dot matrix, almost like a dot matrix looking LED kind of display.
So if the screen is going to be the same size as the ALU 23.8, so that means that Legends Pinball 4K is going to be gone, because I
hope so.
A 24-inch screen up here would take up almost this whole space. I know it's going to be bigger, you know, the back box, but I think the screen, if it's going to be that big, it's going to take up that whole back box, which it should.
Yeah. Like the legs, like the length of the legs is probably not different than a real pinball machine, but the way that they did the boxing of the cabinet, see the way it slopes a lot? That's what lowers the buttons so much. Like a real pinball machine is more like a rectangle, you know? It's more square.
Yeah,
so like that's what pushes them buttons down so much. So I mean, just if they can do something to make it where the buttons are taller.
Well, if they're gonna, you know, add extra 4 inches, they need to add extra 4 inches and make it more squared off.
Yeah, make it look more like a real pinball.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they do. Because the back box is going to be, you know, the boxy cabinet is going to be 4 inches down, and then longer legs as well. So you're going to have 2 inches more on the legs as well.
Carlos says the screen is they sized it ALP for everyone to play, from kids to adults. That might be true, but I don't know too many kids that are shelling out $1,000 to play pinball. I mean, adults are buying these, you know,
especially the 4K.
You know, adults is the 4K. Adults are going to be buying that. That's going to be a premium product, you know. I mean, kids you can throw them on a stool, you know.
Yeah,
they'll have a ball. I mean, I swear, kids almost like it where it's bigger. You know, makes them feel more grown up.
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, just make it arcade sized. Within reason, you know. I mean, you know, a real pinball's even bigger yet, but I mean,
right. Yeah, Kuro has his on wheels as well, which made him, I think, with his wheels that he has on, I don't know what size they are, but it does make it a little taller, and it felt pretty good playing Carlo O's on the feet. And my girlfriend is 5 foot. I'm 6'5". Hard to size for everyone.
Yeah, it is, but it doesn't feel the same as a real pinball. Real pinballs are usually higher. That's my criticism. Just from playing so many too. It's like, you know, if I take it off, even with the adjusters all the way maxed up, it's still low. And some people were buying like Stern pinball legs or different pinball legs to try to compensate, but that's something they could easily fix.
Yeah, well, they're going to try to fix it on this new
2
one.
inches long. 2 inches hopefully will be enough.
Well,
it's not so much the legs though. It's where the buttons are because of the tilt of the cabinet. I mean, the legs are probably close to real pinball legs. If you measure the leg by itself, it's the cabinet that brings the buttons down so much, the tilt.
Now, see, I mean, you're going to add 4 inches to the box and then 2 inches to the legs. That's 6 inches. So you can literally could get that up 6 inches more. But it's probably not going to be that. It's probably going to maybe be 4 inches taller.
Yeah, anything's going to help. Anything's going to help. I would like to not have to use risers on the legs.
I know, right? Would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. I think at least get up at least another 4 inches tall.
How many tables? You get 50 tables included. That's a good start. That's a good start. So I have about triple that with the buying all the tables for the original of about 3 times that amount. So
yeah, somewhere on here tells you what the 50 games are.
Oh, is it 50 pinball tables or 50 games in all?
Total of 50 pinball tables built
50
in.
50 pinball tables.
8 Taito tables and 42 Zechariah tables.
That's great. That's great. Those are all good. Those are all great tables. You're not going to be disappointed.
So there's the list.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same list.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there only 22 on the other one? Original, like the ones that came on it. When 22.
I think that's what it starts with. Yeah.
And they've added some over the years, of course. So I think they're adding those onto this.
Yeah.
So got them up to 50, which is nice.
I guess you lose the Gottlieb tables like Haunted House. Those would definitely have to be redone and rescaled and everything to go to 4K. Because they're graphically lower than a lot of even the other tables. So
OG
Mikey J Productions, Games and Movies. Good evening. Good evening, Mikey J.
What's up,
welcome to the show.
Welcome, man. Welcome. How's everyone?
The thing is, once again, you have a store, and AtGames does all the work optimizing these tables. When you buy them, they play good. So that was kind of why I liked iiRcade too. They took the time to make sure the games worked right when you got them, and I'll pay for that. I'm fine with that. I'm going to get my money out of playing it because I love arcade games and pinball. Less tinkering. I can just buy it and it works right. What I have a problem with is when I buy something and it's all jacked up. As long as it's good emulation and it's smooth I want them to do that work.
Oh, I know, right? More they do, less we got to do.
That's my main criticism of AntStream. The idea is fantastic. Netflix for arcade games. That's an amazing idea, but the execution, like the emulation, is off. And if you're a fan of these games, you immediately notice. I would immediately notice it. But I'm a kind of a hardcore arcade gamer.
Yep. Handheld market. Handheld. Yeah, I was just looking at that earlier today. Their handhelds were supposed to be pre-orders during their that sale they have in the summertime. That handheld was supposed to actually be started their pre-orders. Obviously, it did not.
Yeah. Mikey J Productions says the execution was poor with AntStream. AntStream, yeah.
And there's a Gottlieb. If you want Haunted House and all that, you got to buy them separate.
They'll have that for the new pinball too.
What's that?
For the 4K, they're gonna have the Gottlieb tables.
I imagine they will, but like you said, they really need to redo them for 4K. But I think at first,
they'd have to redo them. I can't see how they could do it because, graphically, they're lower than the Magic Pixel. It doesn't matter though because they're real tables and they're bangers. They're if you're into classic pinball, like 80s and 90s pinball, those tables are fun. I love playing those real machines. So, and the AtGames actually teaches you how to play them. You learn the rules. When you get on a real machine, you actually have a chance to enjoy it. So I'm a huge fan of the real tables. If they can get more real pinball tables, that's a huge win for AtGames. And I know it's real difficult to get pinball tables, Stern wants you to buy $15,000 real pinballs. They're not too interested in virtual pinball.
Shit. Yeah, here it is right here for their handheld. This is their Legends Voyager. This is their handheld. Availability pre-order on 2023 NOD summer. Delivery in Q4. And it still hasn't come out. Still hasn't come out for pre-order yet, but it was actually supposed to be available for pre-order during their NOD summer. I thought that was interesting. I was like, wow, man, they really overshot that.
Mikey J said I was giving him FOMO today. Sorry, Mikey J.
So I don't
know
what
comes
happened.
with 22 games originally, the original packing games for the pinball. Yeah, it just started. They've really grown their library. It just started with those Gottlieb games.
Yeah.
Look how much I've done. I mean, and the new one's going to be more powerful. So I can't wait. I mean, if it seems like I'm psyched about the 4K AtGames Pinball and the 4K arcade, it's because I am. I mean, these are going to be really good, innovative products that, I mean, AtGames has always kind of been like, you know, a good multicade for everyone. It's a very affordable, good value for what you pay type machine.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to go over next was does the AtGames Pinball compare to the other virtual pinball machines? And I found some. There's probably more out there, but I found some that are like I try to get some that are comparable and they're actually decent machines as well. So we're going to go through those as well. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I was going to go through.
Okay.
I was going to kind of compare the original, or you know, the AtGames ALP now, and then the 4K one, and the stuff
one of my viewers reminded me too, like you know, I bought the pinball, then I bought the control panel with the joystick and the buttons and the trackball. That was like $200 more bucks. So like if you were to pay for everything full price right now, I believe the machine is $799 and the joystick control panel is $200. So that's like $1,000 basically. And yeah, I bought everything so gradual. Sometimes I forget how much I paid, how much I have into it. And then of course I bought all the pinball packs as they came out. So
yeah, if you look at like Buy Stuff's
probably quite a bit of money.
If you look at Buy Stuff's back box, which is the same as the 4K is going to be, I think that's another, isn't it like $350 for Buy Stuff's back box?
I thought it was more around $5. Is it only $350?
I can't remember now.
I think you could spend quite a bit.
Oh yeah, well I'm just going by the
Maybe Carl knows.
Pull it up.
And that's the other thing. Like I said, remember I said options galore? Buy Stuff Arcades has a ton of stuff. Like if you want to like, you know, kind of like you know, accessorize and you know, kind of customize your AtGames. I mean, Buy Stuff Arcades has amazing products.
It's $500 and it's sold out.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, that's $500.
So 8.
So that's 1,000 plus 500. That's 1,500. 1,500 right there.
Yep.
You know, if I was to put that on mine, I'd have 1,500 invested.
Hey, what's up, Biggie D?
You know, and I wait. You know, they have deals. Like they had some kind of like when I got it, there was a little bit of a discount because I got it like when it first came out.
Yeah, some people are
pretty good
saying
about that, and they have this. They have these different sales where you can pick up the control panel on sale. The control panel did break on me though, but I'm pretty hard on controls on games. So, but I've heard other people have had them break too. So I don't know if that's super common, but it got played a lot. So.
Yeah, the one thing I was watching somebody's video the other day, and they said they thought they were going to drop for pre-orders. They were going to drop $300 off the ALP. So $300 if it's 15, knock $300. That's $1,200. So I mean that's a pretty good deal.
It's a good discount.
Yeah, I mean I imagine they'll drop it again, but you know that's going to be probably 6 months to a year down the road where they'll drop it down like that again. So to me, it's like if you want to get it, man, it's got to get pre-order. You're going to save $300.
Yeah,
so.
It wasn't the controls that broke. It was the motherboard and the things that make it work broke. So like
work on it.
Nothing I could replace broke. Which is why I had ended up having to buy another one. Yeah, unfortunately.
60 SPS, too bad it's not 120. And the 4K is not going to be, it's still going to be 660.
I can swap out buttons and joysticks, in my sleep. There's no problem to do that. But
okay, let's move on here. So this is one. This is probably the one that people are saying. It's called Ultra VP 49-inch 4K 120 hertz virtual pinball machine. The little research I did, this is probably the best one you can buy.
Okay.
And as a 49-inch screen, that's like full size arcade.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes with a hefty price. And to me, if you're going to buy one like this, man, you might as well go full out. But the pricing on this one is $8,495.
Yeah. Thousands looking good.
I know.
Thousands looking good.
Or 1,500. But
Yeah,
this is like
1,500. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is like pinball.
That's a whole different level, though.
Right.
I mean, that's basically you're running a PC.
Yep.
And,
I just wanted to show people like what's really out there.
and even with that, you know, things you don't get leaderboards.
Yep.
There's things you don't get, like even spending that amount. Like there's certain things that you get.
Round 3. Let's get to work.
Turn it down a little bit. So this is the video they have out there for it. We can still talk about it. Hey, what's up, bad guy Mike? How you doing, bad guy Mike?
Ship it. Well, is that the box it comes in?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a serious box.
Look at all the goodies in there. What's going on, bad guy Mike? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Vic VP, it's great.
Cup holders are
Once again, you're talking about big money. Big
Yep.
money. Big money. I have those keyboards, those Logitech keyboards. I use them on like my arcade cabinet, my real arcade. That's how I get access to keyboard.
Yeah, I just want to start with this machine because it's like premium, man. This is like one of the premium ones you can get. And I'll show more that are closer to the AtGames.
Yeah.
I just want to see. I can show you what you can get.
How much is it? This is 9,000.
No, 8,495.
So 8,500. Yeah.
Yep.
Basically the cost of a pro Stern pinball or close to it.
Yeah, but you do get more tables.
Yeah, but you can change tables. It's a virtual pin.
Yeah, might well as play real pinball for that price.
You know, it depends on how well they set it up for you and they optimize it, you know, as well. I mean, there's so much work you have to do, like for a full-on custom pinball build like that. There is so much to setting all of that up. I mean, there's a ton of things you have to do.
Yeah, there's this one company. I might buy their pinball virtual, and his prices are really reasonable, and they're like one of the best out there, especially for the price.
Yeah, this is a real deluxe machine. It's got the Stern button, the
Yeah.
button in the middle.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Mikey J says one table is worth all the virtual pinballs in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, Arcade One still sells theirs. They got what, 3?
Yeah, real pinball. Like once again, I mean, I'm a big fan. I tell everyone, play it on location. Play it on location. You don't have to buy pinball machines. I mean, if you want to buy them, you can. But there are other ways. You know, if you look at the kind of money you're talking, you could play a lot of pinball on location. The cost of a pinball machine, and you know, you don't have to deal with the maintenance and stuff.
Yeah, that's the other thing is the maintenance and all that.
They're going to break. Like brand new Venoms were all being opened up because the ball gets stuck. You know, it's mechanical. You have to, and you're going to learn to work on it. If you have a real pinball machine, you're going to learn how to work on a real pinball machine.
Yeah, because I mean, anything with moving parts, man, it's going to break.
You know, it's the cost of also keeping it working if you're playing it. Now, if you're just going to not play it and just have it in your background, you know, I mean, what's the point?
So there's some of the tables. Yeah, I mean, and Carlo, I mean, I wasn't going by this Vic guy. I was just going by a lot of stuff I read yesterday and today. This is one of like the people were saying is like one of the best virtual pinballs out there. And but it comes with a hefty price, which I would not want to pay.
The thing is, like the AtGames 4K screen, this is a 4K screen, but it's a lot bigger. I mean, it is bigger. You can see it's
49
bigger.
inches.
Yeah, 49-inch screen. This is a monster. I mean, this is like It probably has all the good solenoids in it. You're probably getting all the good like custom stuff. Like,
yeah, can you hear it, man? You can hear it snapping.
There's so much tinkering involved with getting all that working. I mean, I remember watching B Kong when he did his Star Trek mods, and how much tinkering there was, and how much, you know. You got to be careful because stuff can catch on fire when you're dealing with a bunch of solenoids like that. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's not only that. I mean, there's a lot to it.
This vent thing over here, man, is ridiculous. I mean, what do you need that vent for? Cool you off? Hey, what's up, Tony C? How you doing, Tony C?
So Tony C was playing some real pinball on location. He knows what it's all about, you know.
That's that pinball. This one here, this one wasn't bad. The world's only commercial 3D digital pinball. And these ones here are starting to get more back in the price range. These ones have 3 different ones. They got a mini, which is 24 inches. They got your classic, which is 40 inches, but it's 1080 to 27 back glass. And then they got the premium 4K, which is still 40, but has a 4K.
Well, look at that price, $5,399. So like the one that's like the ALP Canadian right now is like what, $3,600?
That's Canadian. That's Canadian you're looking at.
So AtGames, the value for money is like, it's cheap for what you're getting. Let me say that. For the price you pay and what you get, it's very reasonable.
Right. Well, their 24-inch one is $899 US. You're looking at the Canadian. 40-inch 1080 is $2,659, and then their 40-inch 4K is $3,999, $4,000. So they're getting a little more reasonable to AtGames. 24 inches more like what? I think that's more up. Yeah, their size, which is this is just too small, right?
What you do notice though is they all have a more rectangular body. They don't have that crazy slope like the AtGames has, and that pushes your buttons low. So that would be the big one of the big changes that I would make if I was a designer.
So this one is probably the one that's closer to AtGames. You can see the big, the back box is what, 27 inches back glass is 27 inches. The DMD is 14 inches. It's like I said, it's $2,659 for it, and it's a 1080. So with the 4K AtGames, it's getting closer to like this one here. Yeah, this one's not 4K, but it's getting to the size wise.
Yeah, you see, what do you notice? There's no marquee on that back box, or is there?
Nope. Yeah,
no marquee. No marquee. And you're right. The brilliant thing would be to put the logos on the speakers. Yep. That would be perfect.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at around that screen on the back box, you just have a little black space.
It's there. Bling it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you should have, right? I don't know if.
Dude, who would buy a pinball then, like have it just be wood like that?
That one there. Yeah, I think you can get
Is that like, I guess you could put on your own decals or whatever, your own graphics.
Yeah, I think they do have.
Yeah. Gotcha.
This one here, I don't think
nude pinball.
I don't think they do good on their specs. Okay, here it is. Here, learn more. Yeah, plunger and launch button, full body 3D tracking, force feedback flippers, authentic coin door, upgraded computer hardware.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a little criticism. Not to be critical, but go back to those pictures of them. None of them have the plunger like my AtGames that I love now. None of them. They all have button launch.
Oh, this one does.
Does it have a plunger?
This one does. You see it right there?
Is that a plunger? A button? Is that it? Looks like a button, like a button. Is that a plunger?
I think this one here does not.
These guys hate plungers.
Yeah, they're just definitely buttons. I don't know if they have it that well. We did see a video. We'll check that video out.
They got that plunger mechanic really good on the AtGames. It like when you launch it, it's satisfying, like using a real plunger on a real pinball. That was well done. That was one of my things I said they did right.
Yeah, I mean that looks really good. Their plunger, nudge button. They got nudge buttons on these. Real nudge and tilt. I'm gonna go through all these, but
does it say it has a plunger?
I don't think so. I think it's a
button launch, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a button launch.
The button launch is real reliable, especially if you're using like VPX, which is like a computer program that allows you to play, a ton of pinballs on a PC.
Let's see. Here's a little video they have. I don't know who this is, but let's check it out.
Yeah, see, it's just buttons. I'm sure AtGames is going to have a plunger on that 4K pinball.
I wouldn't be suck if they got rid of it.
You can bet they will.
Yeah, it's definitely just a button. Ooh, illuminated controls.
Oh, cool. Do you have a video from Hobby Hands on a virtual pinball he's working on?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Unless he sent it to me.
Sent one pic and a really short video of his pinball table in progress from Hobby Hands.
I'll have to check that in my email.
Check your messages.
Yep, check my message. Yeah, I can't wait to see that Hobby Hands.
Looks crooked.
That's what I said. 14's got matrix, 3D motion, 27 digital backglass. Pink.
That's
39 edge to edge.
Pinball popper.
So it's 39 inches. The playfield's 39, not 40.
And of course, they're showing all these pinballs, but you can put those same pinballs on the AtGames stuff. Using a PC. You can hook a PC to an AtGames and play these same pinball tables.
Yep.
Which is something, of course, what you're doing is it's kind of quasi legal. I mean, it's just like all emulation, I mean, there are tables that people make themselves, but then there are also like those tables that were legit pinball tables. People spend
look, they got hockey. Bubble hockey.
That is cool. I do like that. So.
Yeah, me too. So there you go. So I'm not real impressed. How about you guys? You guys impressed with that one?
I'm not impressed with that. Give me the AtGames.
Yeah, I mean it's okay, but that's why I said
no, it's not terrible.
No, comparing AtGames though, man. I mean, see, for the bang for the buck, I mean,
it's still like what 4 times as much.
What was
go back to the prices?
Oh shit! I don't think I should do that. Okay, I think it's just dropped down.
Fit and finish is sus. Yeah, Carlo's hitting it out of the park as he usually does. He's correct.
I like the hockey, and the hockey's pretty cool. That's 40 inch, which really is only 39 inches because they said in that video it's 39. So 39 is closer to the 32, right? 27 backglass, which is nice. 14-inch DMD, which is nice, but it is $2,659.
I wonder if Carlo can tell me what is different in my background. I wonder if he can tell me. I'm going to watch the chat. Something different in my background.
I'd be offended if you show the clip or pick it out, even though it is unfinished. Up to you, of course. Yeah, of course.
I'm saying you can play his clip, so we would love to watch the clip of his pinball machine. And that's the cool thing, if you are able to do it yourself, can you build one of these machines? I mean, I couldn't, but I mean, there are definitely people out there. If you have some woodworking skills, or just if you're really good at modding things and retrofitting things, I mean, I've even seen people take like destroyed pinball machines that will never be functional again, and turn them into V-pins. But make sure you're picking one that's way too far gone, there are machines that are beyond repair, and you can repurpose them. What you don't want to see is someone take a real pinball, a classic one, then gut it to put it into a V-pin, But there are ones, there are like older ones that are too far gone, and in that case.
I do not see it, Hobby Hands, in my email. Oh, Hobby Hands, did you get my email?
The 4K one is like $5,400. So,
which one? Oh no,
it's the 4K model.
That's a Canadian. It's 4,000 US.
Oh, 4,000 US. Okay.
Yeah, Hobby Hands, did you get my email? I sent you an email about your Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber stand. I'd like to get one. Yeah, in
so 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. Okay. 2,659 versus 1,500. Because I would say their middle one is like the AtGames with the buy stuff back box.
It's close, yeah.
To be more fair. I mean, let's be more fair. It's about 1,000 more.
Yeah. Right. And I wasn't that impressed. I mean, it looks nice, but man, I don't think it's that much better. Than AtGames. If it is better.
They're putting a PC in there, I would take it too. I'm sure it comes with the PC, right? You don't have to put the PC in yourself or anything.
I don't think so. No,
it's all included, all inclusive.
It's which one is this? The middle one, right? It's the classic.
You know, the thing I think is like one of these companies, the dream would be that they configure everything and set it all up for you. That's where all the work is, you know. I mean, setting up every one of those pinball tables usually needs to be configured, and that is a lot of work. It's a lot of tinkering.
It comes with the i5 chip for the PC, 250 gig it is a SSD hard drive.
Yeah. So you got to figure it's got a computer too.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I can see it. You know, you have to provide your own computer if you're doing AtGames.
Right. Yeah, kind of cool thing. I mean, they had that lockdown bar too. You know, it's something AtGames could add, but I'm not sure if they're going to add anything like that. It'd be kind of cool to see. AtGames have to do some upgrades that you can buy from them. But the other thing I wish AtGames would do is put the hinge on the back box. The hinge,
absolutely, like a real pinball box. You can fold it down when you're moving.
Yeah, I mean, to me that would be a cheap, easy fix. I think, but
yeah, the hinge is great.
So cool though. Yeah, it would make it look so cool too to put that hinge on there. I mean, and then it could come already there. You just when they put it in a box, they
fold it up.
Fold it up. It's like Stern.
That's how they move real pinball machines.
Yeah, so it'd be cool to just a little added feature would make it look so neat.
So I thought it was cool on the AtGames when I first got it. The power on buttons underneath it, just like a real pinball. Like you reach underneath it, and the switches underneath the table.
Oh, is it really?
Like a real pinball. I didn't know that. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, here's this company here.
Virtual Pin.
Virtual Pin. They got a mini, which is $36.95. They have another one. This is 1080, $5,495. Then they got a 4K for $6,500. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what the size of these are. I'm thinking, well, this one has a 42-inch commercial grade play field monitor, 20-inch back box. That's almost the same as the last company we had. A hell of a lot more money. Let's see what their mini is. Mini is a 27-inch playfield monitor, 23 16:9 back glass monitor, and a 10-inch DMD monitor. So this is probably more closer to AtGames, but look at the price, $3,695.
Yeah.
It's using Intel 3.2 gigahertz quad core.
The PC. You can't put a super cheap PC in there. It's gonna have a graphics card if you're running the VPX tables.
Has a GeForce GTX 1050. Which I mean, that's not one of the greatest video cards, but
it's probably enough to run it.
I actually had that one. I used to run. I had the GTX 1050. I think my son had it for a while in his, and it played like Fortnite and Apex and that. It wasn't a bad, but you couldn't get into like more like League of Legends and want to run League of Legends and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think this one here had any videos. They just had this picture. Who done it? But you can see how small that one is. This little one is probably this mini one, which is. But look, they have the hinge. They got the hinge.
I'm sure with these companies, you're basically dealing with like a small company with someone that's
what you are
owner, or probably there's a very small operation, So
I think some of these are bigger operations than we think, but
really,
I think like this one here is one of the smaller ones. Like that VX or the first one we showed, they were a little bit bigger company.
Okay.
But these guys, I've seen the Chicago Pinball Expo. They were there. They just don't have any. I think they're a smaller one. There's another smaller one I'm going to show you at the end.
I was surprised at Southern Fried Gaming. The only place that I saw that was doing virtual pinball was the people that made that. Remember that marquee I got repaired. The pinball marquee, the topper.
Yep.
They sell a really nice virtual pinball that was really decked out, but it was in these similar prices, but it was really nice.
Yeah, see, this one here doesn't have any video.
I think it's called Monster Arcades, the place that was there, but that was the only virtual pinball in that entire event. I was surprised there was not more people with like showing off virtual pinball.
Here's this company here, Virtual Pinball Systems. They're supposed to be one of the better ones out there as well. You can see they have ones with joysticks and the buttons like AtGames.
Yeah.
But once again, look at the prices. Their TR2 is 5,900. Pinball 7,000 is 5,000. Their Pincade combo pinball, which has the joysticks and all that.
Watching this gets me scared of AtGames doing a 4K pinball. What if it's $2,000? You know, I mean, it would still be like, you know, a third of the price of this pinball 130X machine. You know,
I know their cheapest one is $3,600.
You know,
let's pop this sucker in there and see what it is. So this is their pinball 1306
looks
machine.
Great. Look at the back box. I mean, it looks good. I mean,
and this is this is comparable. This one has 43-inch and 32-inch LCD screens. So the playfield is around
on any of them, all buttons. No one wants to fool with those plungers.
Again, no plungers.
Just a button, a launch button.
It looks like a button, yeah.
Just a launch button.
Oh no,
this one has it. Okay, it has it. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. That's on the right track.
We got one.
Look at those buttons. We got four on one side and 3 on the other side.
Yeah,
they got buttons for days to set up.
Everywhere.
That's one of the things when you're doing the virtual pinball, the VPX. Every table is different, so like you probably need a lot of buttons like that. That's probably a good design.
Yeah, this is one of the better ones that got pretty good ratings. But look at the price once again.
You know,
it said screen size is 43 and 32.
How many buttons are on the side of that? Does it have 3 buttons or just 2?
Just two.
Because you know what's crazy when certain games have those magna locks where you would hit a button and it would activate a magnet and would grab the ball at a point, like Black Knight is one of those, and you really can't play those right because you need a third button.
Okay, they got.
Of course, you got the flipper activation and nudge is usually what they have, but for when you get into VPX, you almost need 3 buttons on some of the games.
See what these videos play. This one, they're using the joysticks down here and buttons. It's like AtGames.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a lot of bezel.
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like
a lot of bezel between the control panel and the glass. I like the way AtGames they butt the glass right against the control panel. It's a lot of bezel in between those two things.
Reminds me of that digital, was it 21C? Mm-hmm. Had that haunted house one. Back box looks cool though. I like the back.
Back box is great. Yeah, AtGames. That's what you need to do right there. That's it.
Exactly. That's all they need to do.
Put your name on the speakers and have a DMD. That'd be perfect.
They're solenoids. I don't know if they have real solenoids or not, but they don't seem to be real loud. Let's see this one.
Once again, I think getting something like this, the real value is in all the configuration. If they set up the tables for you and they do a good job configuring them, I mean, that's probably hundreds of hours of going through tables.
Look at that.
That Phoenix.
So they kind of made this comparable to AtGames, having them play other games on it.
Yeah. It is a blast playing the vertical games on a big, long screen like that. I know it's not arcade accurate. I just stretch those mugs out, but I still love it. It's still a blast. I love it. I love playing some of the games on it. That's probably why I broke the control panel. I played it so much. I played it to death.
Yeah, their graphics on the playfield.
Not a bad solution for someone that wants an arcade and a pinball. They want to be able to play some arcade games and a pinball. It's not a bad solution. Like, if you have someone that has a small space, they want to be able to play some Galaga, or some vertical.
Yeah, true. You can play pinball and
classic games and some pinball.
Yeah, I mean, really, like AtGames and even this one here if you want to spend the money. Yeah, I mean, if you only have room for one machine, I mean, this is it. You play pinball and vertical arcade games. I mean, it's like perfect world.
It is. It is a good combination. Like if you're just going to put one, like if you're going to put one machine in a living room or something, you know.
Yeah.
Or a man cave, or like a, you know, so you have a pool table and you want something to, you know, for your game room.
Yeah, I only criticize. I'm like you. I mean,
it's a lot of bezel between the bezel. They should have made the gap between the control panel and the. But it looks nice. It looks good. I like the chrome. That looks really good.
I wonder if they're trying to use rails. Yeah,
looks pretty nice.
I wonder if they're trying to use the same. I wonder if they're trying to use the same box for, because remember they have different sizes. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, trying to say, okay, we're going to just do the same box, but we're going to put different screen sizes in them. So this one they have a couple different sizes.
And of course, by going with like the more like the VPX community type games, you can play all the real pinball machines. Those are a lot of the conversions of real machines.
Okay, so this one here is rated one of the best. Yeah, they're rated one of the best, at least in the United States. I mean, I've read a lot of reviews yesterday and today. This company here gets a lot
Pinball
of
King
respect, and they're really close to AtGames prices. And I'm thinking about buying one of these after I save up my money after the AtGames.
Okay.
They get high ratings. They're like one of the best virtual pinball for the value.
Once again, like I said, I was shocked with as big of an event as Southern Fried Gaming Expo was to almost have no virtual pinball there. Like I said, the only one I saw was Monster Arcades. Had one.
So a cool thing about this is they got a couple different sizes, right? But they do have a 43-inch, which is almost the same as AtGames. What is AtGames? AtGames is 32. They're getting close. But the thing is, this machine, their 43 inches is actually smaller than AtGames. So theirs is 52 long. Was that? I can't see it. See if I can go in here. I don't know if they're going to show me that. Where's that? Oh, there it is. So we'll pull this up and we'll pull up AtGames. Okay, where's AtGames? Where's their specs? Specs are in here somewhere. Where's your specs? Let's go to AtGames. We'll just compare it. Which I actually was kind of impressed with AtGames. Okay, there's a pinball. So their pinball is, see, it's almost the same. I guess it's a little shorter. So AtGames is what? 32-inch screen, but it's 44 inches long. This one's 52. And then it's 74 high. This one's 60 high. And then 22 wide, which this one's 25 wide. I thought that was pretty impressive. It's pretty close to this Kraken Plus machine. This is not the one I wanted to show you anyways. Go back.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay, here's the 32-inch model. Let's see, I think this one here's a 4K. Yeah, 4K. Here's a 32-inch. Where is their specs? So this is pretty cool here too. 32-inch playfield, same as AtGames, right? Their back box is 19 inches, where AtGames 4K is going to be 23.8. And I know the whole thing in total, AtGames is actually bigger overall completely. On this one, then it, somewhere on here I had the specs. I missed it somewhere. Of course, now I can't find a damn thing. Was in this one? Okay, here it is. Here's the specs I was looking for. Okay, so this is their 32-inch playfield, which is exactly the same as AtGames. So theirs is 40 long, whereas AtGames is 44 inches long. So AtGames is 4 inches longer. Height for AtGames is 60. This is 60. And then the width on this is 19, which AtGames is 22. So really comparable. AtGames is a little bit bigger than this one, right? We're going to go, even if you compared it to this one here, $800, AtGames is a little bit bigger than this one. This is a 4K. So we got to compare with the 4K. So 4K, this is $27.99. AtGames is probably going to be around what we figure at least $14.99, $15.99. Let's say $1,600.
Yeah.
You're still spending $1,200 more.
Okay, T, I sent through your messenger. I sent you his pinball machine video and his picture. It's amazing. We definitely need to pull that up to check out what Hobby Hands has going on. Thank you, Hobby Hands. I just sent it over to Tim.
Yep. You hear the bings.
Yeah.
So there's some pictures.
A video short. It should be fine to play. I just looked through it.
And this one here is nice too.
Love that DMD. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
The Bally attack from Mars.
And I don't understand why they say, oh, this one's already a 4K. Mm-hmm. Somewhere already said, yeah, it's 4K playfield. Well, upgrade, I guess. So it's another $200. But I swore this one was already a 4K. And then the access door.
The part in the back is a little off. They should have put a lockdown bar like on a real pinball. Another thing AtGames did right is they made the part that connects to the back the shape of a real lockdown bar on a pinball. So where your hands rest, it feels like a pinball. Like, see the way that the back of it is, where your hands sit for nudging? That doesn't look. It should have. I like when they put the real bar that it would have. They call it a lockdown bar because on a real pinball it locks down the glass.
Right.
But what it does, it gives you like when you put your hands on it, it's the tactile part they got right. That was another thing that suspends your disbelief when you're playing a virtual pinball. Imagine if AtGames put that little button like the Sterns have in the middle. There's so much they could do.
Oh, I know.
It's a really cool hobby, the virtual pin hobby.
Yeah, so you can get. Why did I go back to? Okay, see this one here. The back box is so much better than the 2100. There's a back box on this one.
Dude, I want Hobby Hands pinball. That's
you
what we need to
one.
show. I want that one.
You can't get that one.
Give me a price when you're done, Hobby Hands. That one's amazing. He has a Battlestar Galactica on it. You should see these speaker things he has. It's like you're looking into one of those 70s mirrors, with the lights where it's like an infinite mirror. What is that? That is very cool.
All right, let's check the video out real quick. Then we'll go to Hobby Hands. They got pretty good high ratings on these.
Introducing the Siren, which is a 32-inch model that's tricked out. This is very much like the Medusa.
Medusa is full size.
Between this and the Medusa is 4 less.
Does the full size one have a lockdown bar?
I don't know. 32 inch,
probably.
It's 4K. It's a monitor. I believe it's an LG.
Is this the one you're interested in getting?
Yeah, because they got a pretty good high ratings.
I'm probably going to do 22.
But you see the price though. He does it himself.
Yeah.
Speaker grills. It took me like 5 hours to make that happen. I mean, just for the design. And then you've got your 2.5 millimeter pitch DMD. And I've just got a table. Now this includes what is an upgrade to the normal 32. That's the analog shooter, bump feature, and vibration motor that's in there. There's also a set of knockers. There's also a subwoofer in the back of the playfield, and those are 4-inch Kenwood speakers behind the grills.
All custom.
So that's the Siren.
And see, the one next to it is their big model. I wish he would have showed it because it's exactly the same table, but a lot bigger.
and try and catch.
There it is.
this
There,
way,
that's a full
that
size.
box
It has a real lockdown, like a more of a lockdown bar.
Yeah, it looks like it might have a
more
lockdown.
proportional.
Yeah,
Whatever the size,
that
a
makes a
little bit
difference
more.
on how
generally,
it's.
most
For me, it would make a
people
difference because it'd make it feel more like a real
custom
pinball.
made hinges. So
There,
it's
there you go. You see
Another
a little
thing
better.
AtGames did right on the even the first generation.
Try and get some of those made. Not for this one, since this is the first of its kind, but in the near future.
Now they're full size one. He was showed right there. Just show it real quick. Come on.
How much is that? How much is that mug?
Premium, sucker.
Premium. Premium is probably $9 grand.
Uh,
Ballpark.
the Kraken Plus, I think, is their best one. $6,200.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. Yeah.
It's 4K.
Yeah.
So it's in a different skin. There's a bunch of different skins you
All
can.
right, so this video is the Kraken.
That's
Plus
all custom,
version
you know, at
2.
that point.
There's not really much of a difference with this one. What I did was I reduced the drop in the back to 3 inches from 6 inches, which made the angle on the matrix a little bit more steep, which is kind of nice in the front end where the LEDs are really bright.
It even has LEDs on the sides.
One of the things that the Kraken includes
Tony C has a V-pin build, it looks like, too.
that matrix, the real DMD, separate topper screen.
These are super cool. That is amazing.
4-inch,
Yeah.
Rockford
3 screens back there.
Logitech.
That looks nice, man. That looks nice. I'm not going to lie.
There's also 6 solenoids in there, which
6.
we're going to demonstrate towards the end of the video. But what I really love,
Like a decked out V-pin or a pro stern.
the table anyways, how the ball sits there.
You know, they're two different things, you know, but you can play a lot of tables with this.
Chases it up the side. I forgot
Once
about
again,
how-
all that time you have to spend configuring. Everything in here needs to be configured. The lights, the DMD, the back glass, all that stuff takes time.
Listen to
I
that.
guess
Listen to that
it's
snapping.
the volume, so
You know, the solenoids, yeah.
Yeah.
table,
6 in
Solenoids
there.
are cool.
is
6.
Anywhere close to as loud as
Subwoofer.
See, I'd probably hook them up wrong and start a fire. That would be me if I did this. The better have a fire extinguisher by
Actually,
it.
I accidentally hit the button because I moved the buttons when I used the real lockdown bar.
It's got a real, looks like
It does
got
have-
an opening front door.
Kraken Plus is using a real lockdown bar,
There you go.
real rails.
Real lockdown bar, yeah.
tempered
That's
glass.
amazing. That's premium. We'll give them, that is a nice V-pin.
So I have to relaunch the table.
A working coin door. Still a lot of tinkering, even with him.
Something happened.
I watched one
See,
review. The
something
guy
happened,
said,
and it's like,
So I had to run them through.
I watched one review of the guy though. He said it comes. You just plug it in and play.
yeah.
They no longer-
That's what I'm saying. Is like if you're making your own, like
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a lot of work. You don't realize. Like I set it up on my computer, and I could play a lot of these machines, and it was a lot of work for me just to have it on the computer. You know.
But this one comes with a lot of games.
Actually,
Yeah.
a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna step back and let my helper, sister, she's gonna play the table. So
Wait till you see Hobby Hands.
here we go.
Looks nice, man.
Hobby Hands Hobby Hands. You guys set me up, man, so I could do a review on our
I'm saying,
live stream. So I can have one sitting right here.
yeah. We can invite him on. We can invite him on when he's getting close to where he's happy
yeah,
to finish.
He can have one, and I can have one.
Yeah, I know. He needs to build two.
I would enjoy that. But yeah, I'm really thinking
It's
about
like his
getting one.
his has got a big. Is that a 40-inch screen in yours, Hobby's Hands? 40-inch. Looks good, man.
And see, this last one we looked at was a 43.
Okay.
I'll settle for a Hobby Hands Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber stand. I know he's actually selling those. Where's it at? So there's what, 2 of them?
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. If you can do it yourself, see a 40-inch 1080p 120 hertz monitor you found at a thrift store. Probably a TV, I would imagine, huh?
The Kraken Plus version 2. That's what that last one was called.
At least the Kraken. The Pirates of the Caribbean game has the Kraken. The multi-ball mode is called the Kraken mode. It's great. I love that table. That's an old stirring that I really like.
New hockey team in the NHL is called the Kraken from Seattle. Let's see. Okay. Let's pull up Hobby Hands.
While you're waiting, if you do have AtGames right now, they have a contest going on for Space Invaders. And if you play Space Invaders and put any score and save it, you're entered in a contest to win free money for their store. Or if you come in first, it's like a $25 gift certificate for their store. Pretty cool. Just a fun thing. But Space Invaders contest going on behind me. Carlo never said. I asked Carlo what's different in my background.
Did he ever answer you?
My background. I don't think he did. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it, and maybe I got distracted. Let me scroll back up.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't see it. Sam's Club. No, it doesn't look like he did. I got my second.
When the ants were taking over my home, when I had the ant invasion tea. By the way, there was another thing that happened while I was starting the AtGames video. My wife started screaming right in the middle that I literally just started filming it. And she's like, ants. And there's ants like everywhere in my house. So I had to move all my arcades. So when I rearranged them, I put the ALU in my background. I thought that was pretty. I thought it looked good there. Look at that. That is a beauty.
That is beauty. What size? What size did Hobby Hands say? Oh, it's 40
inch. 40
what size
inch
is the back box?
Screen. Looks great. Look at that.
Looks awesome,
good.
Man.
I like those mirror things. Those things by the DMD. Those are amazing.
Where the speakers should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those lights where when you look into them, it looks like they go to infinity? Those were so
infinity
cool.
And beyond.
The black hole pinball has something like that going on with it when you see the real machine.
Does it? Yeah, Hobby Hands. How big is that back box, man? It's definitely bigger than the playfield.
How's the Space Invaders on the ALU? That is an excellent question. It is arcade accurate, but it is not as good as what iiRcade did. That is a very good question. It is arcade accurate though, so if you can play it on the iiRcade, it's exactly the same on the. The thing I don't like is it's locked into pixel perfect, so it doesn't stretch it, and there are no backdrops, so it's just the basic. They did use the color. They colored the invaders. The real Space Invaders is almost like art. It's like a black and white monitor with a backdrop and mirrors. What was that?
MJP says, not where I live, Tony C. All I find are used clothes and books with urine smell.
yeah, that's you find at the Goodwill.
Oh boy.
Thrift stores.
That sucks. Yeah, I got some decent thrift stores around us too.
He lives in the Seattle area. Lots of older tech gets donated.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe a Barbara Streisand CD. Yeah.
27 inches of back box. Nice. Can't find the video. Sent.
Yeah. Some 8-track tapes. I sent T the video. I sent you the video through Messenger. It should go through. It's not that big.
Well, I did get it on email too. So I did get it.
Yeah, I sent it to you as well.
Yeah, that's what this picture's from yours. But yeah, I finally did get it Hobby Hands. So at least I know my email works.
Let's see that mug in action.
What am I doing here? What am I doing?
What are you doing, T?
I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong damn screen.
You let me all the way inside this StreamYard so I can help you run stuff.
What's going on here?
I'm added as a guest, so I can't do any of the controls.
I get it, man. I get it. There it is.
Look at that. Very nice.
How much you gonna sell that to me for, Hobbians? Like all
That's
black?
what I'm saying. That looks really good.
I don't even know if I want any side art on there, man. I like the whole black. What did he say? 27-inch back box. Yep, 27 inch. Nice. Got the plunger.
Looks great.
What are you running on that, Hobby Hands? Yeah, it looks awesome, man. You know what was
see the thing about that, when you have a nice big screen and a big back box like that, and then you put in some classic pinballs that you're familiar with, it really suspends your disbelief. I'm sure that's going to be really fun to play.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, and it can be as complicated. And that's the thing, when you're doing it yourself, it can be as complicated or as basic as you want. You know, you can use a button to launch the ball.
Yeah.
You can program there's a plunger. Does it have a plunger? He has the plunger. See, he knows. Hobby Hand knows.
It's right here.
He said, "You will cry when you find out how much I've spent so far." I bet I would, because you could tell that is not a cheap project. That looks amazing.
There it is. Ah.
Yeah. Virtual Pinball is amazing. Yeah.
You need a red plunger button on there.
That's a beautiful machine.
Yeah. Great job, Hobby Hands. That was awesome, man. If you want
Does
to
he have it just propped up? Does it have the legs on it yet, or is it still like just sitting on something?
It looks like it's sitting on something. I see.
Yeah, you can do that last, you know.
Yeah, that's the easy thing.
Tony C says no plunger, no buy. No buy. No plunger, no buy.
You got a plunger.
I don't want to use a button. I mean, you know, I know some pinball machines use a button to launch, but you know, the plunger is one of the coolest things. When you move that plunger and you see it moving on the monitor,
yeah,
it feels like you're playing a pinball, and you know, it's part of the experience, you know. If I was to go all the way and do my own custom V-pin, I would actually put 3 buttons too. So you can even play the games that have Magna locks.
Goofy Foot said, I picked up a HD 40-inch LG monitor at Goodwill for $75. Nice.
There you go. There's your play field.
No legs yet. Only spent $300 so far.
That is insane.
Deal for parts. Come on, Hobby Hands.
You have to spend more than that. I mean,
sell it to me, man. I'll give you $1,000 when it's finally complete. Sold. $1,000.
Yeah.
Then you just got to make yourself another
That's
one.
pretty. You know, Mikey J says so much harder than doing an arcade, in his opinion, and I do agree, because there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
You know, arcade basically, you know, you put MAME in it. You know, I mean, or you know, coin ops. The software is a lot easier too. Not only is the buttons and sticks are easier, but the software is easier to manage.
Going on, Stips. I don't know how Carlos said he would buy that first pinball I showed. But this Pinball King actually gets better reviews.
Pinball King?
Yeah, they get the best reviews, especially for the price. I mean, you saw this full size one, man. It looks awesome. I saw some people's reviews on it too. And the one guy did side by side comparison to a real pinball he has.
Yeah.
That, King Pinball. You couldn't tell the difference between the two. You use the same board, same table. Yeah. They look identical. And they got really good views. It's a one-man guy too.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit cheaper too, that King Pinball. I have enough SF2 cabs. Nope.
$70. All 3 monitors. $5 for the computer. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. That's pretty damn cheap, man.
What you think? You think Arcade 1UP's going to do Street Fighter Alpha?
I don't care. I'm done with Arcade
You
1UP.
don't care? You done with Arcade 1UP?
Not gonna buy another product from them.
Yeah.
I hate the direction they're going in. I think they're FOMOing people.
You don't want a casino-cade?
They come out with, we're gonna come out with arcades with risers. Oh, since you bought that one, we have a deluxe over here for you. Oh, you bought that too? Guess what? We have a XL over here for you now. Sucker!
They keep
buying
moving
all their freaking crap, sucker.
They keep moving the goalpost.
Fuck them. What they needed to do is, if they want to be a legit company, they have to say, okay, we got three.
Wow.
We have three arcades. We have a arcade with a riser. We have a deluxe. We have an XL. That's our three forms. You pre-order which one you want, and then we get enough orders. We'll send you the XL, deluxe, or the riser. Not come out and say, hey, we got a riser. Oh, since you bought that one, hey, we have a deluxe over here. Oh, you bought that one too? Okay, here's an XL now. Get all three, sucker. Instead of giving you the choice, which one do you want? The riser, XL, or deluxe? They need to bring them out, all three. This is our forms. We got three of them. You choose which one you want. Instead of
they kind of trickle them out, then someone buys it, and as soon as they buy it, they come up with something better. I mean, that sucks. Like if I just bought the deluxe Pac-Man, then I saw that Pac-Man they just dropped at Costco, I'd be like, this is $100 more. It's got a bigger screen. It looks more realistic. I'd be a little disappointed, honestly.
Yeah, it is disappointing. So come out and say we got three forms. Riser, XL, and deluxe. You choose which one you want. Not suck you into, here's the riser. 6 months here's a little cheese on a string. Here's the deluxe. Oh, you bought that one. Here's a little cheese with the XL. Fuck you. Tell us which ones you're coming out with. And you choose. I mean, I think that's the way to go. And then you get the pre-orders. If they hit a certain mark, they start making them. Instead of suckering you into all three factors. I hate that.
Hobby Hands is really pretty much telling the truth. If they would just step up and do it right, we would all be buying,
They won't do it. They won't do it right.
And that doesn't always work, though, with business. I mean, look at iiRcade. They had the best version of Space Invaders ever released. For home arcade, there's never been a better version. Never. And they did it right, but in the end, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I'll buy a casino-cade when it's freaking $99 where it belongs.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's a piece of shit. I mean, it's a piece of crap.
Carlo's ready for a meal to visit him.
I mean, that casino-cade is so narrow. That thing will freaking tip over you if you don't freaking strap it to the wall. Especially the way Papa Brad plays.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at breaking stuff, apparently.
This is ridiculous.
But anyway.
I know a lot of people want to be positive about Arcade 1UP, man. I just get tired of it because it's like they won't tell you the truth what they have out there. Tell us you got three form factors.
Yeah.
XL, deluxe, and riser.
And if you just want to play games pretty soon, I mean the iiRcade is getting where you're gonna be able to side load stuff on it. So before you know it, you'll be able to play all classic arcades on iiRcade just like you can with the AtGames. iiRcade is going to become more like AtGames because you're going to be able to play all the classics on it, It's coming. It's coming. I know. I've seen. I don't even have to guess anymore. I've seen. It's coming.
Well, right now, I mean, since iiRcade is gone, I mean, the one to buy is AtGames just because they keep adding games. You can buy one cabinet. They keep coming out with games, They got leaderboards, they got contests, tournaments out there. I mean, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it depends on price, if you can get an iiRcade, Facebook Marketplace, believe me, it's going to be cool. They have some cool stuff coming. It's going to be.
I mean, it would have to be really cool though, because I already got a multi-cade back there. So
yeah,
if you can, unless they, come out with leaderboards and stuff. But right now, I think just right now, AtGames is the way to go. Just because if you want to play against other people, you can. And if you want to do tournaments, you can.
Absolutely. I fully support AtGames. I love AtGames. But I'm just saying, like, if you just want to play MAME games, it's going to be playable on iiRcade. iiRcade has a MAME on it, basically.
Yeah.
So,
well, I had that back there on my Mr. Do. So
yeah.
Now I tried to get You know, if I could pick up an iiRcade like really cheap, I'd pick one up.
I watched Rascal's Basement Arcade. His channel had his show that he does. They showed what's the game with Aerosmith, the gun shooter game?
Which one? What?
The one with the shooter game, the gun game with Aerosmith in it. Revolution X.
I can't. Yeah, is that what it is?
They showed Revolution X running on iiRcade
really?
with Sinden guns. Yeah, it was amazing.
Nice.
You know, Steps Gaming. I didn't want to say anything, Steps. I didn't want to say anything, but you know, Steps Gaming was playing main games on our iiRcade today.
I was playing on my Mr. Do back there.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine playing Donkey Kong on an iiRcade? How cool would that be? Or Qbert?
I got both of those on my
Combat. Yeah. If it runs in MAME, it's gonna run on iiRcade for the most part.
I'm running a Raspberry Pi back there in my Mr. Do.
Yeah.
The cool thing is, though, I got my sending gun to work with it as well.
You did. That was cool.
So I mean, my Mr. Do pretty much can do what iiRcade can do, at least right now, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't really need one, but I wouldn't mind getting one, even if it's just a tabletop version. I wouldn't mind getting one just to have. You know, it's part of history, right? It's part of history.
It is.
You know, it's like I went AtGames. I got Arcade One Up. I ain't doing them anymore. I'm done with them. Look at my Tron behind me. Look at the LED.
So you're saying never? So I would never say never.
Never. Dude, I'm done because as soon as I get one, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna come out with another form factor for your arcade." Oh, sucker, you gonna buy that one too? No.
Yeah.
Let me look at my Tron back behind me. Look at the LED in the middle of the screen.
And Mikey
You
J
see
says
that when you try to play Tron.
He's going to be playing Duck Hunt on his iiRcade. Still one of the best gun games ever made. Agree.
Yeah, I still haven't
Duck Hunt
downloaded
forever. Duck Hunt.
I still haven't downloaded that on my Mr. Do. I did all those other games, but I didn't do Duck Hunt.
Dude, I love Operation Wolf. I love both those games. They're so good.
I can't wait to play the third one, man. Operation Wolf Returns. I'm not sure if they're going to do send-in gun on that one, though. It's supposed to come out soon, though, without VR. Found Big Duck. Oh, I found Big Buck Hunter TV version at my thrift store for $3. There you go. Hobby Hands, man. Hobby Hands thrift store, man, is freaking amazing.
There's a Tony C's asking, what is the best replacement screen for the OG iiRcade? You can decase. There's a Dell monitor that works with it. Just look on the Facebook groups and you'll see their posts about it. You just decase a Dell and it has a BOE monitor, same as iiRcade uses, but 19-inch. Yeah, you can put a 19-inch BOE into an iiRcade if you want to. You have to get a Dell monitor and decase it.
Nice.
There's video. There's some stuff on Facebook. I saw a couple different people doing it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So there you go. I think I closed everything up. I closed everything.
It's going to be exciting. I mean, pretty soon tutorials will come out and you will be able to sideload stuff on iiRcade. That means everything that's classic arcade will be playable for the most part eventually.
Which is nice. Mm-hmm. No more lockdowns.
No more lockdown. The chains are off.
Chains are off.
Won't be. Can't say you can't play any games if you're playing Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat on it. I mean, you really can't say it doesn't play the games, you know. But
yeah, and it has the hardware. Yeah, it has the hardware to play all that.
It has the hardware to run those games.
I'm still impressed with my Raspberry Pi, what it all can handle. The funny thing is, though, I told you what's that game called? The send-in gun game. Has the zombies in it. What the hell's the name of it?
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. It won't run House of the Dead, but it will run House of the Dead 2. Weird. And I tried a couple different ROMs on that, so this I found 2 bad ROMs, but
yeah.
But you need to be able to play House of the Dead 2. I mean, that's a pretty loaded game.
Yeah, House of the Dead 2 is fun.
Yeah,
I have it on my Dreamcast.
Oh, you do have it in Dreamcast?
Yeah, I just use I use it with a CRT, like an old school TV.
You'll be able to play it on your iiRcade with your sending gun, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. I shouldn't have a problem running that.
Nope. Not that Raspberry Pi can. You can. Well, we will make Qbert competitions on iiRcade. There you go. I suck at Qbert. I was playing Qbert the other day, man. I can't get past level 5. I'm terrible. Terrible at it. Terrible at that. That's pretty cool. Tony T. Tony C. I don't know why I said Tony T. No, when he said I made a Gen 1 arcade.
So
Neo Geo.
Not to cycle back around to pinball, but
that pretty
even
cool.
after looking at all that, I think AtGames has them beat. That's my opinion. I mean, if you look at what you spend for what you spend and what you get, the cost and the value for the money you're spending, unless you're going to do now, if you can do what Hobby Hands is doing it, if you can tackle building a V-pin yourself and you're comfortable with like doing that, I think you can make something nice. But I'm saying of just buying something like where you just buy it and take it out the box and play it, I think AtGames does a pretty amazing job, and it's just going to get better. And that's why I'm so that's why I keep saying I'm excited for the AtGames 4K stuff. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to prove tonight was AtGames really does hold up to these other virtual pinballs for the price. Like
they got features that are on some of the most expensive ones. They've got a lockdown bar that feels like a lockdown bar. They've got a plunger. I mean, it's got some of the features that some of the top of the line ones have, and it's
some of the top of the lines don't even have the plunger. As you saw,
and AtGames, in some ways they're like iiRcade in that you can actually buy the machine and you basically can buy the games as you go. You don't have to get every game that comes out on it once. I do like the store model where like I can kind of like put as many or as few games as I want on it. I do like that model. I am a fan of that for home arcade, unless you're doing a do-it-yourself project. In that case, you just go for broke and you put whatever you want on it.
Yep. Hobby Hands, I agree. Remember, you have to have the tools also. They're expensive. Yep.
There's a certain amount of like satisfaction though when you build something yourself. Like my do-it-yourself arcade that I did, I'll never sell that ever.
Yeah, it's like
it's like plays those classics perfect. It's like it's got the real control panel, top of the line controls. It's just if I really want to play something like Donkey Kong or Frogger, I mean, I can play it on that. It's like practically like having the arcade almost.
Yeah.
Especially like those Capcom beat 'em ups and stuff like that. They feel real good on there.
Yeah, it just shows you though, man. AtGames is for the price, man. I mean, it compares to these other companies. And the ones I showed you tonight are like one of the ones companies that are like for virtual pinball are supposed to be like on the top tier of them. And like you said, I mean, they have a lot of the stuff that these more expensive ones have for a lot less price. Hopefully AtGames ain't watching this is going to jack the price up.
And they have leaderboards.
Yep. And you can play
they have things that the other ones don't even have.
Well, we only saw one tonight.
We don't know if they have them, but
two. We saw two tonight that actually played arcade games too. Only two of them though. Out of I think I showed 6. Yeah. Only 2 actually where you can play like other arcade like Space Invaders and stuff. So that's unique.
I think AtGames has really good engineers. I know that PK is. I think that they are. From an engineering standpoint, they look at like, what options can we put in this to future-proof it? How much power can we hand to the people that buy this, without them breaking stuff? They pretty much, and that's the problem too. The more power you give a user, the more complicated it is.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yep.
Arcade 1-Ups, you flick on the switch and you pick your game. That's basically all you can do. You might be able to do some dip switches, but
that's about it.
AtGames is giving you everything in the kitchen sink, and that can be overwhelming at first.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing too is AtGames is a really good starting point if you want to get more complicated in the future, you can build your own, or
you connect the PC to it and play all those same games that we're looking at.
Hey, Pinball FX, Pinball 3D, right? You can play all those with once you attach the PC to it. So, I mean, I just think more and more. I can't wait to get my hands on one, man. I mean,
I can't too.
You know, I mean, I played one now with Carlo. I mean, I saw what the non 4K one looks like.
The current generation is, so you can.
Which I think is fantastic. I just can't wait to see what the 4K does. I mean,
yeah, it's only going to be better.
Yeah, I was amazed. I did not expect the pinball being as good as it was when I played over that Carl O's. I was pleasantly surprised how well the graphics looked on those virtual pinball tables, especially the Dr. Seuss ones. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, they almost look like a real pinball. And, you know, and the moving parts, like on the Grinch, when the Grinch takes the ball and, you know, places it in a different spot. I mean, it looks really so real.
I know, it's amazing.
Looks 3D, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. After going last 2 days, yesterday and today, going through these other virtual pinball machines, I'm like, you know what, AtGames really holds up with these other virtual pinball companies.
Yeah, that they do.
They really do. They have features where some of these other ones don't have. And they're more expensive.
Yeah, and they're more expensive.
I mean, we saw a couple that were a little cheaper, but they were only the 24-inch play field.
I agree with Tony. See, the Grinch table is the best Dr. Seuss table. I do agree with that statement.
I mean, I can go with that. I think I played three or four different tables on Carl O's the night I was over there. So that one impressed me the most.
Some of those Taito tables are cool. I like the Space Invaders table. It does a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I did play that one.
That one's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that one. All right, Papa Brad has to take over here for a little bit. I could check out for a second. Be right back.
Okay. Guys. So anyway, what's going on? So we have, let's see, Mikey J Productions talking about Metal Slug characters are in King of Fighters. Little known SNK fact, King of Fighters is a crossover game with their other franchises. Athena, for example, is from Psycho Soldier. Interesting. Let's see, Tony C's talking about his build cost is less than an MVSX and has 141 Neo Geo games. Trying to go back, let's see. Neo Geo is pretty cool. I like the Neo Geo cabinets. Kong is streaming, and Travis just said the new cabinet is not a new title. Street Fighter, is that Champions Edition XL is confirmed? CE is Champions Edition, I think. If I'm right. I hope so. Carlo likes Frontline Pinball. The Frontline game is cool. They had that at Waybacks. It has a rotary joystick. One of those ones that Glenn's making, where you actually have to rotate the joystick to aim. Pretty cool game, the original Frontline. The Frontline Pinball is really good too. I like that they take some of the arcade titles and then they turn them into pinball machines. I know they have Rostan, they have Elevator Action. They have quite a few arcade games that have been they turn them into pinball tables. What I would like to see with AtGames, though, is when they do that, I would like to see them integrate like maybe some video game elements into it, where like maybe you play a little video game in the middle of the pinball. You know, use the flippers to move or something. You know,
I hear Cubert back there somewhere.
Yeah, I have Cubert on.
I heard.
You probably hear the knocker. Whoa! Click. Yeah.
Funny. All right, we're ready for a new segment for tonight. I know we were running a little long tonight. Well, it's only 2 hours. It's only 2 hours. We got a new segment tonight. Hours. I think you saw it, man.
I got to report to school tomorrow, so we can't stay up.
Do you really?
Yeah, already.
Oh man, we got a new segment, man.
Let's do it.
The new segment.
I am excited for a new segment. You didn't tell me we're doing this. Let's check it
New
out.
segments.
New segment.
It's time for Carl's Game of the Week!
Carl O's Game of the Week.
Carl O's Game of the Week. All right.
So we're going to show, even though I wasn't really prepared, I'm going to show his marquee, and then I'm going to show a little gameplay of the game. And what the hell did I do with the damn thing? I'll figure it out.
That was pretty cool. Did he make that clip? That was awesome with that music.
I made that, man.
You made that? That was awesome.
Dude, you know I can make stuff like that.
Dude, that was cool. Can we see it again?
Yeah.
It's time for Carl's Game of the Week!
Yeah.
Couldn't tell that was my voice?
Carlos Game of the Week. I couldn't even tell it was you. T, that was awesome. You got the skills. T. McCloskey.
I think I do anyways. I try.
Skills to pay the bills. That was awesome. Nice intro.
Carla O's Game of the Week. See, that's me. Dude, I'm terrible, man. Sometimes freaking doing stuff. I thought I was prepared and I wasn't. Let's see. I can do this real quick. I can do this. If I quit hitting the wrong damn buttons.
Yeah, it is a lot. People don't realize how much is going on. Like when you do the StreamYard stuff, like you got all these controls.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, like you don't see when you're watching a stream, as far as like all the stuff that's on the people that are streaming, what they're looking at.
Carlo's like, what are you doing, man? You're messing me up.
Who here needs a new Street Fighter cab? Mikey J is asking.
Street Fighters. Hey, my Mr. Do's a Street Fighters.
I've got a big blue, but
I had Street Fighters 2. Mr. Do back there is a Street Fighters 2 cabinet.
heard the Shinku Hadouken was a nice cab.
Get back. There it is.
I was to replace that. That's probably what I would get instead of the big blue. But then they have a new one. Maybe they're making a is it a deluxe? Champions Edition Deluxe? Steps Gaming already has bought 2 Street Fighter 2 cabinets. She is done. Especially if they're going to use the same PCB. I mean, how many times can you buy the exact same thing?
Exactly.
Come in.
Okay. Carl, we got to figure out something else for the game of the week. But there it is.
D. McCloskey. Yep.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Cleaned everything. It's different in here, I know. Ants.
Ants. Oh no, the ants.
I moved everything. Make sure I got them all. Try to get them all at least.
TM got skills. Carlos said, I'm humbled until I couldn't get the damn game of the week up.
Yeah, we're going to hit the ice. Is that what we're doing? Hit the ice?
TM got skills. Yeah, sucker. But there's a game of the week. Hit the Ice by William.
Ice.
By William.
By Williams Electronics?
Yep.
Same company that made Robotron?
Yep. They hit. Wait till you see the gameplay of this. Now, next week, we're going to do something a little different for Game of the Week. This is just like an intro of get my bearings and all that, right?
Okay. But Carlo's going to pick them, and then we're going to talk about his games that he's picking. That's awesome.
It's going to be a little different next week. We have to figure out what we're going to do. Where is my damn gameplay? Oh, here it is.
It's Hit the Ice on AtGames?
No, I'm playing it.
Okay.
No, it's on AtGames. Yep. Yes. Here it is.
Oh, wow. That looks cool. Tony C says, I wish Arcade One Up would stop lanking around and just announce the annual releases so we can budget for what we want. If anything, why the secrecy? I don't get it, and I never did.
So I'm playing this, as you can see, on my Mr. Do. See my Mr. Do side art there on my.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, Kuro gets this off of AtGames.
Okay,
I'm playing it on my Mr. Do.
Or as a bring your own game, yeah.
Yep. Williams makes this. I can't believe Williams made this. I got my sports drink. That's why he's acting so psycho.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. And I've never played this. How
Me
have I
either.
never played this? I've never played this.
Yeah,
I've never even seen this game hit the ice.
I didn't either, man, until Carl
I'm
told me
embarrassed
about
to say this looks amazing. This looks cool.
Look at that goal I made. Yeah. I'm red.
Williams makes some good games.
I'm the red team. I sound like Papa Brad smashing those buttons.
Yeah, man. You do sound like Papa Brad slapping them buttons.
I'm smashing those buttons.
I put up a video and someone was like, stop mashing those buttons on that Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's like, replace the buttons so I can mash them. That's the point.
I have to replace these ones.
They gave me HDMI out. I could run direct audio and you wouldn't have to hear the buttons being mashed. They don't do that. That would have cost all of $1 more. This game looks awesome.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of like an NBA Jam for hockey.
Or Arch Rivals.
Arch Rivals for hockey, yeah. This looks
because you
great.
can punch people on this game. I actually got in a fight one time. I'm not sure if this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually can fight. Yep. I'm not sure if I caught it on this one or not.
Yeah, Williams made great arcade games. You know, Williams and Midway. Heck, Steps could probably play all the Street Fighter games on her iiRcade if she wanted to now.
Yeah.
If it runs main, they're all on main. Ike J's saying Virtual Fighter, Gauntlet Legends, Virtual Cop House of the Dead are but the only cabs he would think about. If Arcade One Up did him, I guess. Play most of his games through emulation. That is true. Hit the ice.
They finally scored on me, man.
All you need with this game is some Jim Carrey and some Tim Hortons. Yeah, this game looks awesome. I'll have to check this one out. Hit the ice.
You actually can play 4 players if you want.
So when you punch someone, there's no penalties. It's just like all out violence.
I haven't
penalty box
yet. No.
Dude, I saw a beautiful hockey-themed pinball that I had to film when I was at Southern Fried Gaming.
I don't know if I saw that one. I have to check that out.
It was called Ice Fever, I think, but it was super cool. I put the music from Gladiator with it. It's got they used to play this cartoon called Peter Puck. It explained how to play hockey. They'd play it sometimes when I went to hockey games when I was a kid. The graphics, the styling of it reminded me of that Peter Puck cartoon.
Jeremy, what? I don't know how he got that goal in there. Little bastard.
Video Hockey League.
Hockey will be getting back up here next month. NHL.
So you getting settled in North Carolina? How's that going?
Well, it's going pretty good. It's going slower than I thought. Still got damn boxes to unbox. That sounds like freaking Rexer.
Are you close to the beach?
About 8 minutes. 8 minutes from New. Yeah. Well, actually, we're closer than that. There's a couple intercoastal, which is like in between the mainland and the island. That's just right down the road. That was it. I won 4-2. That was 1 quarter drop right there. It was just 1 quarter. You can drop in a bunch of quarters and you can play all 3.
That's pretty cool.
If you want to.
Yeah, that game looks great. I've even seen that game before. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, either until Carlo. When he sent the marquee, I'm like, what? I never heard of that game.
Now you've heard of it. Hit the ice.
There it is. There's the marquee. That was Carlo O's game of the week.
Carl O's game of the week.
Thanks, Carlo.
Well done, Carl O. Good selection.
That was Carlo O's game of the week.
It's time for Carl Game of the Week!
Yes.
Very metal. Very cool.
I figured Carlo would like metal, man. I'm like, I got to do intro. I think I found the song. So,
dude, Mikey J Productions. I'm curious how the UI mixes main games with existing iiRcade games library. It just puts it up as a name. It's like if you put Donkey Kong on it, it's going to say Donkey Kong. You click on it and it plays it just like any other game in your menu. Puts it right in with all the other games. Each game is its own name. So you probably, you wouldn't want to do all of MAME. You want to just pick the ones you want. I mean, you're not going to.
That's what I've done so far.
You want to cherry pick and pick just the games you want to play. You don't want to put everything on there because then you'll be scrolling forever.
Yeah, I think I have like 13, 15 games I'm managed to do so far. And part of that is because of Carl O with these games.
Yeah.
Like, hit the ice. Popping on there. But okay, so this was this introduction of Game of the Week. Carl O suggested that he picks a game and we both play it. One of the things we could do is I could play it first, or somebody could play it first, and we try to beat each other's high scores. So we just had to kind of like pick through what we want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like we could do it live where we play it, or we can send videos in and just show it at the.
That sounds amazing.
Show.
Yeah.
It'd be
If
kind
I
of fun.
anything that plays on AtGames, I can capture now because I have set up where I can capture it off of this.
And you should be able to because the Carlos
Legends Gamer.
I think
I have a
Carlos
Legends Gamer that's set up for playing games on streams.
And we could pick it where Carlo uses coin ops. So we all 3 can play it.
That's cool.
We just have to figure out, it's like, do you want to play it live? Try to beat each other's live score, like this one turn, or send in a video and then show it during the stream. We could pick that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But it'd be kind of fun to all 3 of us play the game.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. So, and try to beat each other's score on the way as well.
Tony C says, I've only put certain games on the iiRcade. Only the best. That means no Mortal Kombat.
I don't have no MK either myself.
Tony C you probably just made it. Someone's going to clip that for sure. The control scheme will be all wrong for MK on iiRcade. That is correct. It has that weird button in the middle, 2 buttons on each side.
True, yeah. Blade of Steel will be on my arcade. Blades of Steel, man, I haven't heard that in a long time.